Last time you were very disrespectful to my companion here, motioning to Garma, and myself. This time I think you're going to cooperate a little better, and there will be no money exchanging hands. Because, well, the only hands that'll be exchanged is my companion that you were so rude here to. She'll be exchanging her hands around your neck a second time today, and I won't stop her.
He sort of rubs his neck and he's like looking warily at Garma. He's like, oh, so that's how this is. This is justice here, huh?
I'm gonna slap him across his face again with the glove.
Cut that out!
This is exactly how justice is going to be dispensed this time. Exactly. You see, last time we didn't have it under popular opinion that you may or may not have assaulted a child. I'm gonna see his reaction to that, if he has one at all.
He scoffs. He's like, me? Attack a child?
Well, that's a straight natural 20 on that perception check. So
Indeed.
Can I tell if he's lying or not?
I do have to give him the opportunity to try to defend against that.
Fair.
So let's see. Who would I make that? A natural 20 is really, really good, though. So regardless of what he rolls, I'm going to have to give you something for it. Oh, yeah. He scoffs and says, attacking kids? I don't know what you're talking about. But you know he knows what you're talking about. He's not there. He doesn't have the same level of, blithe disregard for what you're saying this time than he does other times. Than he has at other times, I suppose I should say.
Let's not split hairs. We have a witness account of you either being present to or the person that committed the crime themselves. So, we're going to go with guilt by association on this one. Aren't we, Reja?
She gives him a little shake. She's like, yeah. You know, it's also a crime not to report an assault. So whether you did it or not, you didn't report it.
Nor did you stand up for the kid, and he's a good kid, you bastard.
You can see him sort of tugging on the handkerchief that's around his neck because Reja's grip is getting a little bit tighter.
Look, I didn't do... Can you tell her to loosen up a bit?
Reja, loosen up. Just ever so slightly, dear. I want to at least get some answers out of the jackass.
She seems to contemplate that for a moment. Reaches over, takes his arm, bends his arm behind his back to grab him by the wrist and lets go of his jacket and the handkerchief around his neck. He's just like, I don't know if this is better.
Oh, I mean, I certainly think that it is. Let's just cut to the chase. Daniel, did you assault Gil Haversham, the delivery boy?
No.
But you were present. We know that. We have a witness account. So tell us what you know, and this can go far smoother. Or Reja, put a little pressure on him.
Reja starts to twist just a little bit. He's like,
or we can do it that way.
Okay.
A
Just
broken
don't...
arm can be mended, Daniel.
Yeah, okay. Look, all right.
okay.
Sorry it had to be this way, chum.
Okay.
We tried the first time.
All right, fine. I knocked the kid down.
Why? At this point, I'm investigation and everything else aside.
Just
Uteuben is looking at him with
He's
this incredulous, like, you sorry bastard. Why? You know what? Facts first, then get to the why. Start talking.
I only wanted. Can you loosen up on the arm, please?
Well, just a little, Regia. Garma, bite him if he tries to run.
I just stand up and pull my dagger out and say, I'll do one better.
He's terrified. His knees are just shaking like crazy at this point. Okay. Listen. I can. He's like, you can see that he's like bargaining within himself to try and figure a way out of this.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna slap him with that glove again. Back
Okay.
across the other way.
All right. Just stop.
I can do this all day.
I believe you would.
You have a very slappable
I
face,
believe
Daniel.
you would too. Here's what it is. Okay, I knocked over the kid so that I could take the delivery. All I wanted to do was I just needed that Fingal Dingle asshole out of my business for a while. That's
Care to
literally all I wanted.
further expand upon that, Daniel? Did you have something to do with the untimely death of his wife?
No?
Were you commissioned by someone else to knock off that delivery?
No, all I did was I slipped a little bit of let's see, what was it? It was primrose oil. Was that what Himmel sold me?
Himmel. As in Himmel Bluetail.
Not sold so much. I might have nipped it from him without him knowing.
Measure, that sounded like a confession to another crime. Just
Hey! There's got to be rules about this, about other crimes. That was like 6 months ago. Statute of limitations or something.
well, you also punched a kid 6 months ago too. And
You
we're
have
not
no,
about to
you
let
have
that go.
no proof that I punched him.
I mean, other than the large bruise on his forehead, you injured him in some way, you ass.
Okay. Fine. I stole some primrose oil from Himmel Bluetail's shop. He caught me. I haven't been able to go back since. It was
That is for certain. You should pay him a visit, though. And apologize, just if you get the opportunity.
It's like, right. Let's see. It was that. I knew that all the little suck-up fish dispensaries and all the little, fishermen who think they're better than me were sending him gifts, so I intercepted a few gifts, and I might have fucked with them a little bit to just get him out of my hair for a little while.
Which gift exactly did you intercept there, Daniel?
I don't
You
know.
end up-
Some big red fish.
You hear that, Garma?
It was that one, and then some blue fish from that little dog fuck that runs the other place, and
What'd you end up doing with the fish, Daniel? Did you fuck one? Did you fuck a fish, Daniel?
No. Let's see, I took a couple things from Himmel's shop and he caught me, and that's why I can't go back. But I put them on the fish, because I figured, what the heck. Oh, thank you, my love.
You're certain it was primrose oil?
Yeah, it was primrose oil, and it was like hag's breath, I think. They're both sedatives. I just wanted him to chill out, stop bugging me.
Just a sedative. All right, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Regia, hang on to him for a minute. He's not giving you the slip. I'm gonna pull Garma aside. What do you think?
I don't believe him. How do you know about the lore? Even if this was just to get the Fingledingles away from him for whatever it was, he still knows information he shouldn't know. And he's not telling us how he knows that.
Well, if we're any more forceful, there might be an accident, so we're gonna have to...
I mean, frankly, I don't care.
So he wasn't paid by anybody to steal the fish. He just did it because he's, well, basically King Grouch here.
Yeah. But why did he want them off his back? What was he doing to them? Or what were they doing to him? Like, so there's still a piece missing here. Something doesn't make sense.
Jealousy, greed, I don't know. There's... Well, we know at this point his bad rap is well deserved if he knocked off Gil like that.
Right, even if he was just throwing random things into the fish, he doesn't even know what they do or what they are. But it's still who told him about the lure?
Well, let's find out.
Mm.
You want to slap him this time?
I really don't think you want me going anywhere near him physically right now.
All right, stay back. I'm gonna reapproach Daniel.
Regia has taken to flicking his ear.
Delightful.
Just every so often, just flick.
Oh, I see you're comfortable. That's wonderful. I really wanted to make sure you were comfortable while we had our chat. Daniel, the problem is you know far too much, my friend. Your dishonesty is probably just so redeeming because you lie so much. I don't think you're keeping track of everything. You wanted us to get a lure for you that you shouldn't even know about.
Oh,
Care to explain that?
The gift? Yeah, it was when I knocked over Gil, he had a couple of letters with him too, and one of them was from Fingledingle to Not. Had some correspondence in it about the lure project that he was doing in secret for his wife. Figured it'd do me more good than that already successful asshole. Resh is like, oh, so you're also reading other people's mail.
Right,
keep
right.
Keep track of that one, too. She points a talon over your way. I would like to remind everyone, just for visual's sake, that Reja is a beautiful creature. Just a mountain of muscle, red scale, gorgeous. She probably has like 7 different gym mixes in her MP3 player, one for every day of the week.
I'm not sure if I should use a diplomacy check here to try to eke more out of him, or what the next course of action is, because he does a lot of... He's doing a lot of blaming. Everything is because, oh, this person's so successful, oh, I'm trying to keep them off my back, it's blah, 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 blah. So I don't really know how to... We've already slapped him around a little, we've damn near torn his arm off. We know he hit a kid. Or hurt a kid.
Yeah, now he's drugging people?
Yeah, whatever he put in the fish killed them.
Well, we don't even know that that's what killed them, but it certainly wasn't, wasn't good for their health.
Do you remember what he mentioned that he took?
Primrose oil.
And? Yeah.
Oh, was there an and? I must have missed that.
He mentioned one other thing. He stole some primrose oil, and he took hag's breath.
Hag's breath. Do I know what that is? Maybe with a survival check?
Hit me with a survival check. It's a bit of an obscure ingredient. Alchemical more than magical, but yeah, you know what hag's breath is. On a 21,
Fucking solid roll. Yeah, boy.
Let's go. So, you know that hag's breath is a controlled magic substance used to calm overactive minds. A lot of the reason why I'd say you know this is because a lot of Magic University students use it to help them keep focus after multiple sleepless nights.
Right. Still wouldn't recommend it personally, but
in small doses, it's not harmful. It's probably not a great practice. It's like essentially like caffeine pills, but without the jitters. But it is a magical ingredient. It is a magical substance. And too much of it is dangerous, just like too much of anything. Primrose oil is a common sedative and a sleep aid.
So he probably overdosed them.
Well, I mean, if you guys are looking for alchemical information, I think you know a guy.
we do know a guy, but here's the other thing. Fucking Daniel here could not have poisoned those fish. He wouldn't know that. He wouldn't know how to do that. Right? We talked with the Shuni, and the Shuni was explaining it's a very particular process. You have to go up through the gills. You can't just punch it through the thing's brain or an eyeball or whatever, some soft tissue. Daniel's a bad fisherman. I don't know. I just don't think he would know that.
So he's still full of shit.
Are you guys within earshot of Reja? Or have you stepped aside to have kind of a conversation amongst yourselves?
Oh, yeah. That's a step back. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Just making sure. Trying to gauge whether or not Faniel can hear you, but I'm guessing you moved far enough away that he would not be able to.
Aren't we? We're right next to that alley where she dropped her stuff, right? In the crate.
Okay.
Is that where I'm asking?
Yeah, I mean, you guys could all easily have gone up there.
No. I mean, like, in relation to where he ended up sitting down, and Riz was sitting with him. Where are they?
Oh, okay. Then they'd still be on the riverbank if you guys are up by the alley.
Okay. I just want to hit him with a telekinetic projectile so bad while she's got him held down. Anywho,
I'm not opposed.
I know.
So what you're thinking is he intercepted it, but there's still another person in play here.
I mean, yeah, sure, he could have dumped it all over the fish, but
Or he could have asked for advice.
nobody likes him. Who would he ask?
Nobody that you know.
Right. Let's go. Let's go back to Thaniel. So, you're telling me, Thaniel, that what you did is you stole primrose oil and hag's breath. What? Dumped it all over these fish and then delivered them yourself? Who finished the delivery?
Oh, well,
Ah,
I did, but I
that's-
did a dump and run, like a knock knock dash. I knew that old Fingeldingle asshole wouldn't like to see me there, so I left the parcel on the step, knocked on the door, and ran.
Now, how did you apply those sedatives, Daniel? And be honest with your answer, because this might keep you alive or get you locked up for a long time.
Well, I mean, I needed it to work, so I'm not gonna say much else, but I am gonna say that I asked a few people, and one of them recommended that, like, you take the oil and you lift up, like, what are the things? The flap? That gill? No, yeah,
You're an
name like
awful
the
fisherman, Daniel. An awful fisherman. My God,
You
man.
You don't have to insult me too.
It's just honesty. It's the gills. It's the gills,
yeah,
Daniel.
those
They're
things.
called gills.
It's and you can actually see. I didn't know this before, but you can reach the brain through that. And one of my associates happened to know, an acquaintance of mine happened to know that you could do that.
That is incredible. Daniel, thank you so much. You know what you've done here today, my friend?
Gotten myself into a whole lot of trouble.
Well, you've guaranteed that you're going to be arrested, that's for sure. I'm going to look out into the street and see if there's any other NSF.
So the NSF is strictly you guys. You guys are the
Okay,
nice
so
security force.
Who am I looking for if I'm
Probably just a
manacles right now?
standard town guard.
Fantastic. Do I see any? Any that can definitely
There aren't really any that you can see from where you are, no. But I mean, Regia is there.
That's true.
And she is an actual, like, codified
They're right.
officer of the law.
Order of Saint Arcure. Yeah, I forgot. in that case, forget looking out in the alley. Regia, place this man under arrest.
With pleasure. My manacles are in my armor.
Garma, will you retrieve her manacles?
I'm on it.
Regia, this is a little outside of the norm, but could you give him a quick rap over the head? We need him unconscious.
We do?
We do.
Why?
I'll tell you when he's unconscious, my dear. Oh, you know what? I guess I could just hit her with a message spell, couldn't I? But fuck Thaniel! That character, fuck Thaniel!
She like looks at him, looks at you, looks at him, looks at you, walks back out into the river and shoves his head underwater. She's like, okay, so what do I need to know?
That's beautiful. I love your style, madam.
He's thrashing.
All right, I'll make it quick then. We don't want him held in a prison cell. He knows too much. I don't want him getting killed. Can we lock him up at the Lamb and have your uncle perhaps keep an eye on him in the kitchen or in a fridge or somewhere where he won't die?
I mean, yeah, we could probably see if like Uncle Hawk and Aunt Finn can keep an eye on him. I don't think I don't think that'll be a problem.
You don't think they'd be irritated? We can gag him. Of course we can gag the man. He's still thrashing, I assume.
Yeah, he is still thrashing. They are starting to
that's
get
fine.
weaker, though.
We've got a little time. All right, well, if you think that's going to be all right, let's go. Pull him up.
She yanks him out of the water. He, like, spits up water and is, like, hacking as she, like, carries him back up to the riverside.
I just want to
That's
say
because you think it's funny to
my,
pick on kids.
I was on my way back with with her shackles, but I saw what was happening and I deliberately slowed down because I took satisfaction from his near drowning.
Just stop to enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's brilliant. So Faniel has finished sputtering. Regia has the manacles on him with his hands behind his back. He is still pantsless.
Because I am a paranoid fucker and have been in the bad end of things thanks to the old man before. I'm going to make a perception check and just...
Sure.
I'm looking for specifically to make sure there's no red bills or anything like that are noticing him being arrested, if there's any around at all, if it's all just revelers and they're just taking it in as him being a standard criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And a fucking 5, so I don't...
Just chalk it up to the crowd. Chalk it up to the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of big
because
crowd.
people have been... have circled around now to watch you guys. Some are clapping, some are like pointing and laughing at Faniel. A spectacle has been had, and you've gathered a crowd. So that is what you are having difficulty looking through.
Right. Okay. Well, this might be difficult, but I'm sure Finn and Hawk can keep an eye on him anyway, even if the word gets out that he's been arrested. He's not well liked, and I don't think anybody's... Even the Red Bills sold him out, so I don't think anybody's coming for the rescue or anything, but, you know, caution.
Did you say all of that out loud?
No. That's out of character.
Okay. I just need to know. So Regia kind of, forces him back into wet, muddy pants. And I'm guessing it's back to the Lamb.
No, I'm gonna prestidigitation clean his pants before I drag him into the Lamb looking like that. And
Good
ruining anything that they have in there.
Good call.
That was a good call.
I'm also gonna let Daniel know that that's not for his sake.
He just kind of scowls at you, but he seems done with talking.
Are the manacles on him?
Yes.
Has he been manacled?
He has been manacled.
I'm gonna take his little ascot thing off and gag him with it. I don't want to listen to him anymore either. And I'm sure that thing is fucking sweaty, dirty, nasty, just... I mean, he was only up to his ass in the water, so that's top half's probably still dirty as fuck, knowing him.
Probably.
Yeah, let's gag him with that. That'll work.
Regia did just practically drown him with it on, so...
Oof, yeah. Enjoy that river water that you shat in earlier, you nasty creature, you know.
Did we take the time to let Regia redon her armor, or is someone just gonna carry that all bundled up?
No, we're gonna take that time. He's manacled now, he won't get far.
True.
One of us can just hold his arms or whatever, not Garma. So me.
So you.
If he tries to run, I'll just hit him with a spell while he's running. I don't give a fuck anymore. He's under arrest. It'd be alright.
Right. As members of the Order of Saint Arcaria, you have formally charged him with assault. And several other things.
Yep.
So you make your way through the crowd, through the city toward the tavern. People see you escorting Faniel in shackles, and a lot of people seem really happy about this.
Good. Allow me to interrupt. I'm going to, and I hate to do it, but at the same time, he has a bad impression of everybody hating him. That's where his brain is so far. I'm going to whisper in his ear while we're walking back to the tavern. If you cooperate, I'll make sure the only charge you get is the assaulting Gil. We'll drop the mail stuff. And of course, that is in contingent that we don't find out anything else.
Okay, alright. Whether he believes you or not doesn't seem to register. He just rolls his eyes and just sulkily goes along.
Shouldn't have fucked with a kid. Dickhead.
Nah.
Alright. To the lamb.
So you guys
But the crowd is happy.
Yeah, the crowd is very happy that this jerkbag seems to be finally slapped in irons. You walk in and you see Finn and Hawk behind the counter. They're talking. Again, place is still bumping. The band on the little stage off to the left is actually starting to look tired because they've been there for hours playing. But you can also see another group of, another band with their instruments off at a table, finishing up a meal, so they might be taking over soon. You know, revelers, people laughing, drinking, eating. I'm guessing you make your way up to the bar?
Yeah, if there's an open table near our typical bar spots,
there isn't.
I'm gonna sit.
There isn't an open table in the place, not a booth, not a table. It's only your spot at the bar that's open.
Then we'll just keep him at arm's length there. I won't bother sitting down or anything.
Right on. Hawk and Finn look over at you as you approach, and Finn looks a little impressed. Hawk heads toward the back, and Finn walks over. It's like, hey, welcome. I don't see you around here, Faniel. It's been a while, hasn't it? Now I need you to understand something. Faniel looked scared before at the idea of losing his arm to Regia, but he is as pale as Gil was when you mentioned his name to Gil now. He does not say anything. He is sweating profusely.
Oh, he can't. He can't. He's gagged.
Yeah, he's not even trying to say anything. He's sweating profusely, just eyes straight down, shaking horribly. Finn lights up her cigar, and she's like, so, what's all this, guys?
I'm gonna look at Daniel. Oh, this is good. She makes you uncomfortable. That's fantastic. Madam Finn, I have a
She
very
blows a
odd request.
huge cloud of smoke right into Faniel's face.
As she should.
My companions and I have a request of you. Now, a lot of people saw this man get arrested, and we think he still has more information to dice up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there somewhere we can lock him here so that he doesn't get murdered in a cell? Just temporary, mind you.
Sure. Yeah, I've got a place.
If you've got a fridge that's not too cold, that'd be the best.
Don't even
Let him
worry
chill out a
about it.
while.
I have a guest room. At the mention of the guest room, Faniel pisses himself. Immediately.
Love it.
Yeah, I have a guest room, where I normally entertain special individuals. You can leave him with me. Now, you say, is there anything else you might want to know from him?
Actually, yes. He knows a poisoner's technique, and I want to know who told him.
That's interesting.
But
You want to talk
Of
to me
course
about it?
he-
You want to tell me what it is?
one second, one second.
Give me a quick perception check there, Garma.
Not good.
Not great, no. Not terrible though. I mean, it's average, but okay. That tells me something. Okay, that's good. Tay, you good?
If I have time, I'm going to prestidigitation his pants so I don't have to smell the bastard anymore.
Great call. Yeah, you've got time.
Okay, I'm going to do that while I'm explaining to Finn that he knows a technique about, and I'm whispering this to her. He knows a technique about poisoning pyrefish. Was that it? Pyrefish?
Pyre croakers.
Pyre croakers. And that's not necessarily common knowledge.
What's the technique?
Up through the gills.
To get it into the brain. That makes sense. Yeah. That's not something
According
he
to
should know.
insert the Shuni's name here.
Guffrey or Nog.
It can't. What is it?
Guffrey or Nog.
Guffrey. According to Guffrey Arnog, a lot of people wouldn't have that information. Most would try through the skull or through the eye and ruin the fish.
Yeah. Easy stuff. Novice type things. Very easily detected. No, through the gill would be the best way to do it. That's kind of funny if you think about it. The kid's name is Gil, and he tried to do this through the gill.
I don't have any reason to not trust Madam Finn. Right?
Yeah, I mean, she's been
not-
nothing but forthright with you up until this point. You don't have any idea that she has ever done anything deceptive to you.
You're fine. I'm also getting the vibe like, oh shit. Like,
Well, I think it has more to do with the fact that she knows a lot of info.
yeah. Also,
More
she
than
has the
anything
torture room in the back of the bar that I wasn't aware of until a few minutes ago.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll find out where our friend learned this information from. Just leave him with me for a little while. Maybe an hour. An hour or two. That's all I'll need. I mean, technically I'll probably only need about 5 minutes, but this is for me.
so here's the thing. This is the shadiest I've seen Finn, but I fucking hate Faniel. So
Sure.
I'm like,
Sure.
do I roll these dice? Do we roll these dice, Garma? Do we just let him get fucking slapped around, tortured, picked at, whatever it is? And if she kills him and ends up hiding all the information, I mean, hell, we just charge her next? I don't fucking know.
You could ask Regia. Regia is a native of Eldor.
That's a good point. Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Regia. I'm gonna message to Regia.
Good call. Remember, Regia also has family here.
Yeah. Regia, I don't know Finn that well. Is this normal for Finn?
She's like, I mean,
I've never seen this side of her.
She's like messaging back to you like mentally, but she's looking right at you because
Yeah, I mean,
she's like,
this fits. This fits.
yeah, she's like, no, everybody's afraid of Aunt Finn. Everybody's afraid of Aunt Finn because Aunt Finn protects this town.
I've just never seen this grumpy side of her. She's been so sweet to us. Thank you for clarifying. Finn, you know what? Have at it. We'll see you in an hour.
She's lighting up another cigar and offering it to you.
I'll take a long drag and return it. Ooh, that is...
No, that one's for you. She's the second one, just
Oh,
all
oh,
for
oh.
you. She looks over at Garma and Regit's like, you two want one? I'm in a great mood. Y'all have brought me a gift.
I'm going to politely decline.
Just think we almost took him to Himmel.
Oh, that would have been a mistake.
Oh, well, your mistakes, my mistakes. They might differ this time.
Well, I'm just saying it's awfully difficult to get answers out of a pile of ash.
We can take him afterward.
True.
I'm just gonna chuckle and pat Daniel on the shoulder while I'm saying that.
Well, his response is... He's crying now. Literally just standing there shaking and crying.
Do we want to see if he'll say anything to us before we subject him to torture?
No. That I'm guessing was that Garma asking? Please say that was Garma asking.
It was.
Finn literally cuts off any attempted answer and says, "No. No, you don't."
That's excellent. Finn, we have to head down to the South Ward, to a location where the altercation took place. We want to just have a little quick look around, I think.
Probably
But,
not a bad idea, but I don't know 6 months out if you're gonna find anything there. You're talking about 6 months of foot traffic, and it's the middle and after the majority of a major celebration.
Well, we already know I guess I'm thinking we already know he stole the shit from Himmel. We've already talked to Himmel. Himmel's already declared him as a thief and
Right.
everything else.
So,
I guess-
have you talked to Himmel about what he stole?
Oh, cool. That's a good point. No, we have not. He just mentioned that he did steal. Okay. In that case-
She points at you with her cigar. She's like, "Go talk to Himmel, see what he's got to say. Leave our boy with me for a while. I can have Hawk watch the front, and you see her put out the remains of her cigar right across each of her knuckles without blinking. She's like, leave your boy with me for a while."
In that case, we'll talk to Himmel, and if we can cut it short, we will. And since you claim 5 minutes, maybe you won't need the whole hour. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna look at Daniel. We'll give you the hour.
He's shaking his head desperately.
Well, just think, Daniel, if Himmel's busy, it might get cut short. If he's free to chat, oh, I love his shop. I could be in there. Garma, how long do you think we could be in there? You think we could do an hour 30 in his shop?
All day.
Resh is like,
then
oh,
be there
I
all
really
day.
wanted to try that purple coffee that he had.
I know, he has so many fantastic brews. Well, I guess, my friends, we should leave this poor scumbag, and I'm going to start removing my glove again. And, well, Daniel, we'll see you in, we'll see you. And then I'm going to slap him again.
So that seems like a great spot for a break before we come back and go
Yeah.
and visit Himmel. So that was good job. Good jobs all around, everybody. That was very good. We'll take another 15 or 20, maybe 20. We'll take 20. Count being back at 2:35 ish. So So 135 for you there, boyo.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick up from there, heading up to Himmel's.
All right. See
Blue
you guys
Tail
in a jiff.
Alchemical Cafe.
See you in 20. Boo.
Well,
What up, Karma?
not much.
I hope we weren't too hard on Daniel.
I think he got just what he deserved. Okay, Jen just texted me and said they're stuck at Royal Farms. They need another 10 minutes.
Work.
I guess they took a snack break.
Suppose and so. Well, I thought you were gonna kill him for a minute.
I wanted to. I wanted to. I think that would probably probably fuck up the plans though.
Still, got you with the pew pew.
Yeah, no, that was funny as hell.
Excellent.
Wonder if we're gonna see combat today.
I don't know. I thought we were about to have a throwdown with Daniel right there in the river, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
But I don't mind. I don't mind. I want to think that he's working for someone else, but like, it's starting to not even seem that way. Also, while we're here, I don't trust the son. The Fingle Dingle son, the one that has nothing to do with fishing. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
yeah, he
Really,
seems all
really
very
odd.
doting and everything else, but he cares not for the business, doesn't eat fish. There's just a lot of reasons to, hate a parent for pushing you into something you don't like or attempting to push you into something you don't like.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is. I feel like we're still missing something.
That's right. I think Finn's going to get a little bit out of Daniel, and Himmel's probably fixing to give us the missing link that we need.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Chris said, that's just a sedative. It's basically harmless. So there's something else. Like you said, the missing piece. I think we're about to get that.
I would hope so. Something is missing, for sure.
It seems like, based off what Chris said, you can't overdose somebody on that stuff. Like, even without moderation, it's just gonna zonk you out, not fucking kill you. Especially not an elf. Also, elves are immune to sleep magic, so the sedative part might not even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, dumbass Daniel might not have even thought about that.
No, he wouldn't have. Definitely wouldn't. Damn it. I need him to come back.
Well, at least I think they're immune to sleep magic. They don't, in D&D they are. Let me pull up that core rule. Elves. I need somebody else. Anyway. Page. Come on, bro. You know this. Here we are. Page 39. Elves and such. Thank you, my darling. Ooh, you know what? Oh, no,
Are
here
you
it is.
right?
Hold it. No, I might have made a mistake, because we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons, we're playing Pathfinder. And I'm a fast reader, but I'm not seeing. Well, shit.
What you got?
So yeah, no, that's they sleep in Pathfinder. That is my mistake. In Dungeons and Dragons, they do a Reverie, a 4-hour rest, rather than an 8-hour, but Pathfinder has nothing on that. So I'm just swapping my TTRPGs. That means my character has to get the full 8 hours. Okay, well,
I
noted.
mean, he's been letting you.
Well, yeah, but you know, I like to incorporate the reality of the rules into the experience. So if I have to switch it to naps, then that is what it is. Small price to pay. Besides, who wouldn't kill for 8 hours sleep? Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
that would be glorious.
That's the real gift. That's really funny considering Daniel intercepted a gift, attempted to poison it with a sedative, and here we are talking about sleep being the real gift.
They just didn't know what they were doing.
He might have been onto something. Okay, and I didn't do a perception check, but as far as we know, Finn also didn't know it was up through the gills. She just kind of agreed with me based on common sense.
Right. Thing is definitely missing.
I've played enough TTRPGs to... Yeah, there's something.
Bet we fucked up and it's the sun.
Oh, that's because they released Shiny Zorua into Pokemon Go, babe. That's why there's so many of them again. Come on, Shiny Zorua, come on. Big money. Oh, no, it wasn't shiny. How about yours? No? At least we got enough to trade now. And a Finnegan. Oh, it's the witch Pokemon. Okay, so question for when he gets back. Are we going to eat at the tavern, or do we just want to roll over to Himmel's?
We probably should just roll over.
Okay.
I don't even know how much time has passed. Like, what is it? It's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, oh, yeah, if I had to guess, just based on how we're progressing things, maybe 9, 10.
Right.
Just walking around through the crowd and...
I'd say no time to eat. We're on a roll now.
Oh boy, excited to tell Himmel we slapped Daniel around quite a bit.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure that pleases him.
Nearly broke his arm, nearly drowned him. Gave him several duelist slaps.
And now he's...
And now he's under arrest.
Yeah.
a glorious place to be.
And being left with Finn, and since everybody seems to know Finn's reputation,
Not gonna be good.
nope. I think Himmel. Well, I think it'll be great. It won't be good for Nathaniel, but it'll be.
All right,
There
here we
he
go.
is.
Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. The trip up the street to the Royal Farms ran a little bit longer than expected.
Royal Farms should have been a medieval tour. Shiny again, guy with the hat. Cool. Look at you.
I'm gonna make. I need to make a shop somewhere in Aeldor that is regal farmlands.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. Jean Rose excitement for a fried chicken place. Mm.
So, we are back, and I think you guys are headed, where was it again? To Bluetail Alchemical Cafe?
Yes, we have concurred that we'd like to go speak with Himmel Bluetail.
Fabulous. I will be eating while we game, though, so pardon the sounds of my noshing.
That's fine. Garma, my interaction with him, I don't think went over perfect. So you want to walk through first? Make sure there's not a rune above the door for me?
Sure. I'm assuming that's like a perception thing.
It's mostly a joke. I don't even know if you
Oh.
can search for that. Honestly, I don't know if your character has that capability.
I thought your interaction with Himmel went great.
Yeah, I thought Bluetail was kind to us.
Oh, I thought he was one of the guys I irritated as soon as I walked in. I couldn't remember.
No, Bluetail's the one that speaks kind of like a lizard, yeah?
The coffee guy. Oh, the coffee guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's nice
No,
to us.
it did go well with him. Okay, that's right. In that case, good, check and see if Daniel's rune is still there, because you'll remember it from last time.
Yeah. So what, he got primrose oil and what was the other one?
Hag's breath.
Okay.
So, once again, you enter Bluetail Alchemical Cafe. It is full.
I love it here.
There is only one alchemy station that is not currently being used by some amateur or novitial or unofficial alchemist performing some kind of magical, science-y goodness, or brewing up their own coffee. Around the store, there are various individuals checking out the different magically treated beans, and Himmel is behind the counter, sipping from a very large mug of his own, watching everything unfold.
Delightful. I'm gonna get about halfway there and call out, Bluetail, my friend, how are you today?
He looks up from his mug and sees you, and you see him smile. He's like,
Ah, my friend Ute Uven. It is good to see you again.
he's like motioning you forward towards the counter.
I'm gonna head up there. I'm gonna lean in close and motion for Garma to do the same. My magnificent blue-scaled friend, have I got a story for you?
He looks left and right, leans in, and you see his tail just like undulating back and forth excitedly.
Can you guess what I'm about to tell you, my good friend? It involves Daniel Dortescu.
Is he dead?
We're getting there. Garma almost drowned him today.
He looks over at Garma and says,
Almost is pretty good.
We had to place him under arrest. We have evidence that incriminates him on several crimes.
Oh, his eyes are just bright blue and wide. He's like,
Oh, do tell. Is it about him being a thief?
A thief, a liar, and apparently he pushes and hits kids. Or a kid. You know Gil Haverson.
he nods.
Yes, well, I can't tell you a whole lot, but what I can tell you, you're going to love. This is the creme de la creme, the master, the finale of this wonderful tale. My blue bud. We left him with Finn for interrogation. We have an hour to kill.
His furthest external scales can't change color. But you see his internal blue scales, the ones closest to his actual skin level, pale a little bit. His smile turns a little nervous, but he doesn't seem unhappy. He's like,
You left him with Finn.
Okay, so not unhappy like,
no.
they're going to learn something more.
Yeah, this is we are talking about dangerous things.
I sense like maybe some empathy, just a slight, because he knows what's happening.
Well, he's an alchemist, and that is a living being. I mean,
Alchemy is the study of life. He sort of like looks down, looks back at you, looks over at Garma, and says,
It would have been more merciful to drown him. But he does not deserve that mercy.
I'm gonna stifle a laugh in game.
We can't all get what we want, I suppose.
Okay, I'm having an ADHD moment and was mostly excited to tell Himmel about that. I forgot why we actually came here. Other than
figure
killing
out
an
what-
owl. Oh, right. Go on, Garma, you got it. I wasn't paying it. I forgot.
Do
Go
you, Bluetail, my friend, do you know anything about what primrose oil and hag's breath would do?
he looks suddenly very alarmed.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
specifically to an elf?
Specifically to anyone.
Uh-oh.
What would they do?
If you are unaware, primrose oil is a natural sedative and sleep aid. And hag's breath is a powder consumed in drinks or seasoned over food. It is something of the opposite. It puts off sleep, but relaxes the body and cleanses it of fatigue temporarily. They do opposite things and should never be used together.
Himmel, I am familiar with hag's breath from my travels, but, and this may sound like a strange question, but this is a lethal sense you're talking about, right? Not a coma or
Yes.
deep sleep.
It is, together called a poison named Hellkitch. It is why hag's breath is a controlled substance. It is only with hag's breath that Hellkitch can be created.
Where do you keep your hag's breath?
Behind the counter.
And of course, in front of your eyes, then.
Yes. But one of my shipments was delayed with a broken wheel, and part of The parcels were stolen.
Do you know the party responsible for that?
I assume the Red Bills.
Who was making the delivery?
One of my usual traders.
Who's that?
It was not a who, it is a what. It is a service. You are familiar with Fishy Farce shipping.
I am, quite.
I have relied on their service for years. I do not know the couriers.
So based on what I know, is this likely to have been an attack or just a genuine accidental delay?
Well, the wheel was broken, and then stuff was stolen, so it sounds...
Oh, right.
It kind of sounds like it was a targeted theft.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily for the item, but
And
you
he
know...
thinks by the Red Bills.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're the most common thieves in the area.
Yeah.
But there's also the dregs, which has been mentioned, I think, by one party beforehand. I think Gam Gam Glug Glug mentioned the dregs.
I thought they weren't a problem, though.
They aren't really, but they are thieves.
Yeah.
They're not a problem like the Red Bills.
And we have not asked about the dregs at all. Well, I'm suddenly feeling foolish. Kind of counted them out.
To be fair, nobody else has brought them up either. So they're probably not related to this investigation.
Okay. I'm like, shit. And the Red Bills pointed toward Daniel.
Yeah, I was going to say that they wouldn't have just offered him, or hell, he could have stole from the Red Bills too.
Could he have? See, this is where I get thrown off, is because Daniel just seems so unskilled and useless.
I'm not saying unskilled and useless so much as like, if he said he stole.
He's pretty good at manipulating people.
Yeah, he said
That's
he stole
true.
the stuff directly from this store, which was a lie, because he did steal everything from the store.
I thought he got caught. I thought Himmel caught him, and that's why the lethal rune is now up. So he didn't get away with that.
You
He
can
didn't make
you
it.
can
Or
confirm the
did he?
story. You go ahead and
That's
confirm the
right.
story. Himmel's right here. You can ask him what he took.
Daniel told us he took both primrose oil from you and hag's breath. Was he successful at this? Did you catch him? Is that why the rune is on your wall? Or do you just know he did it?
I caught him taking the primrose oil, but did not know that he had also taken hag's breath from me. Could he have been the one to... No, because he is a fool. But is he a fool? Is he with the Red Bills?
The Red Bills under interrogation deny that fact. But they did point us his way.
Who interrogated the Red Bills?
I would need a reminder on that. Wasn't it Lawmeister Hoon and other members of
I'll tell
the
you,
actual...
yeah, it was the same group of people that were attacked, I thought, did the interrogating.
It was Lawmaster Hoon, and what he said, if you need a direct relator, is that they mentioned that Faniel was one of their contacts. So that does loosely make him allied with the Red Bills.
Okay.
And if the Red Bills knocked over that cart, that does give him like access to whatever they may have took.
Yeah. Okay, but he said he just wanted to calm them down, so I don't think he would know unless maybe a red bill pushed him in that direction. He wouldn't know that would kill them.
No. I do not like Faniel at all, but I do not think he is a killer. If
Well, he hit a 12-year-old. He punched Gil Haverstone. Well, he injured Gil Haverstone. I wouldn't put it past a jackass like that to kill someone.
we have all engaged in violence, but there are different degrees of violence to which even the violent will go.
That's true.
I have
Appreciate your wisdom, Bluetail.
I have struck a man, but it takes much to make me wish to kill him.
And then, just on a side note, did he actually say Gil said he didn't see who hit him?
I thought...
He caught sight of Faniel and then
fell
went
out.
unconscious.
I thought Nathaniel admitted to it, though, when we were whooping it, when we were slapping
He
up
did.
on him.
He 100% did.
Okay. I was like, I thought he owned up to pushing him or something.
The way he worded it is, he knocked over the kid.
Yeah.
But did he knock it? Okay, so maybe I'm overthinking it, but knock over as in stole from him, or knock over as in physically assaulted him? I think we're going with the physical assault, and I'm thinking too much into it, right?
Maybe just a little. For your own sake, I'm going to clarify that for you.
Yeah. I was taking knocked him over and then bruising the forehead. It's from the fall or something.
Fall. Okay.
Or
got
from
it.
where he struck him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the two.
Okay, cool. So, seems
Well,
like
I mean, to Tay, killing a man is less of a crime than beating on a kid.
so what we're probably looking at is he killed them inadvertently.
And it sounds like the Red Bills might have pushed him into doing so.
Or at the
Maybe
very
not.
least gave him the materials with which to inadvertently murder this woman and terribly poison this person. Himmel is looking between the two of you. It's like,
Have you come across a hell kitch poisoning?
What would happen to somebody if that were to occur?
Yeah, what would the symptoms of that look like, Bluetail?
Hellkitch is insidious. The combination of a magical substance such as hag's breath and the mundanity of the primrose oil creates a near indetectable poison combination. You will
And how fast acting is that?
incredibly. Death can set in within a week. Within
So-
a day. If enough of it.
Let me ask you a wild question. Can this be administered slowly over time, in tiny doses, so as not to kill someone, but to kill them very slowly?
If I think I know what you are asking. And if I may answer that question, I shall. If a person were to survive a Hellkitch poisoning's initial appliance, their health will continue to deteriorate. It becomes a cellular degenerative situation.
I'm gonna look over at Garma.
Does that answer the question I think you are asking?
As saddened as that makes me, yes.
He reaches over and takes your shoulder and squeezes with a small smile. He's like,
Take heart. There is a treatment for survivors.
I'm gonna light up a little with that. And just look him dead in his reptilian eyes. And wait for him to continue.
Himmel turns around, kind of kneels down and is looking through a cabinet on the back wall towards the floor. His tail is waving back and forth.
The toxins themselves can be neutralized and ejected from the subject's body.
Is
With
his
it.
back turned while he's saying that?
Oh, yes.
I'm messaging Garma. We can still save the father.
Yeah. We'll give Finn a little more time with Faniel while we run this over.
And Himmel's just going on.
A application of
If we
gloom
have time,
wood, pink belly toad mucus.
He's just talking
Garma.
about. He's just going on about
Yeah.
alchemical bullshit.
Garma. This means he's still being poisoned.
Mm-mm. That's not what Himmel
No?
said.
He survived the
He
one time.
survived the poisoning, but the poison.
So now it's doing its work.
Yeah, the poison
Right,
will
it's gonna-
continue,
Okay,
which is
okay.
why Hellkitch is so dangerous, is because it's nearly undetectable. And if you survive the initial poisoning, it continues to poison you until you die by causing your cells to break down.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. No problem. We got to make sure we're on the same page. So, Himmel's just happily, like his tail just waving back and forth.
Rot wreath willow ash can neutralize the effects rather hastily, though the damage will take time to recover from.
He
Himmel,
stands up.
my blue darling, I hate to interrupt. We might actually be able to save a man's life here.
He turns around and he has a pink vial of ooze in one hand and a glass jar with some greenish gray ash in it in the other. And he's like,
Is it Horbert?
Yes.
he places the vial and the jar on the counter in front of you.
No charge. Take these to him and tell him a teaspoon of each into whatever he eats or drinks once a day until both are gone.
I am literally. I didn't want to interrupt. While he's saying that, I grab them and run out the door to leave Garma to get the explanation.
So he's just like watching you run, but still talking with Garma.
I am just for the fucking sake of it, like this. I am fucking. Here we go. Let's go.
That's pretty good.
Oh, come on. I'm only 4 feet tall now.
I'm applying athletics and acrobatics to get there as quick as fucking possible.
Oh yeah, sure. No problem. Like, yeah, there might be a lot of people in the way, but you know, this is a Magus with a mission.
I'm just saying, if I gotta jump a short wall or a
Yeah,
fence, or if
yes.
I gotta bounce off a crate over a
Yeah.
wall,
Sure,
we're doing
with
this.
rolls like that, we're gonna say what would originally be about a 10-minute walk turned into a 6-minute run. People in the way and things like that, you were not able to just open face book it, but you were
Right.
able to get through, over, and around the crowd with some rather interesting use of the terrain. Literally, what's his name? Is it Steve Carell? Is that him? Is it Steve Carell?
From The Office.
Yeah, going
Yeah.
and you're just whispering parkour. As you're going. so,
Sounds right.
Garma, you now have to chase Uteuven.
Yeah. And I'm only 4 feet tall, so.
But that's okay. That's all
Dive
right.
between legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went over the crowd. You could go under it.
Sounds good.
Give us
Dive between
those
legs.
give us those rolls. Give us a let's
Okay.
see what we got. You got acrobatics today. You got a 7 +7 in acrobatics. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
go.
Let's
Fishy
go.
What's up?
Yeah, you like at one point you leap a wall and sliding through like the rain gate beneath it, you catch sight of Garma just baseball sliding under before she bounces up into a full-on run next to you.
Nice. Nice. So we're running for the door. If there's steps, I am stopping to grab the rail and catch my breath. So it's not too. Gods be damned.
Kind of wish I had somebody send for me, but
No perception check necessary. You see that there are 2 clerics of the First Church of the Sky's Benediction outside the door.
oh shit, are we too late?
They both look at you and then look at each other, and one of them steps down. An Umber woman with her hands together. She extends one hand to you, Uteuven, but glances at Garma. And Garma, you see her fingers move as her other hand is placed over her chest.
Uteuven of the Midnight Snack. Purvey. We have a cure. We have a cure. I'm gonna put my bag down and start reaching into my backpack.
A cure? A cure for what?
Fingal Dingle's been poisoned.
Oh no, wait, let's go over here. Here we are. This is the one. Well, I mean, hopefully it's the one. We're gonna go back over here real fast. I'm gonna do this. Then try this one. Let's try it again. See, Garma. Alright, is it a gray screen for you guys again?
Gray screen.
No! Dreadful. Alright, so we're gonna go over here. I'm sorry, I'm just trying different things to see if I can't get this stuff moving on. I might have to restart the situation again. Fuck it, we can just do this. We can just go here. This is fine.
Just one moment.
Yeah, take your time. I wonder if that'll help. I really want this to work.
Oh, I can see it now.
Okay, good. Okay. I'm guessing Inhumane is taking care of something real fast.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think...
I can hear you. Keep going. I'm just doing
Okay.
something.
The clerics look at one another, and the one that was talking to you, that you were talking to, Tay, says, tilts her head and says, a cure? A cure? She looks back and forth between the two of you. For Master Fingeldingle.
Yeah, yes, that's why we're here.
The other cleric opens the door and motions you forward, and she turns and head takes you inside, motions inside. Lord Marcus is inside administering healing to Master Fingeldingle. His situation became very dire this morning and has been here all day. attempting to stabilize the man's condition.
Fortunately, I think we could help with that. Can you take us to them, please?
She nods and turns, hurrying inside.
I am leaning on my staff, trying not to vomit.
I'm just full on rushing as hard as you could. Yes.
The old man doesn't insist rushing like that. We do have training, but that's for moments like this.
Right. You're led inside, and this time you're led upstairs in the Fingal Dingle estate.
I vomit outside.
Okay, that's fine. The other cleric is like patting your back and like, do you need help? I can administer some healing.
I need you to come in because I didn't take the actual vials from you, so you need to get it.
I'm coming. I thought I handed them off to the cleric lady.
He's working
I'm
on
not
it.
sure if you did.
You did not. You just all you did was vomit.
I'm handing them off now and wiping my mouth on my sleeve.
Okay, so she is walking with you, Garma.
Followed with a presentation.
She's like, what is the dosage for these?
One scoop of each into anything he eats or drinks until it runs out. God, I hope I said that right.
It was
I'm gonna do a recall check.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He said a teaspoon of each into anything he eats or drinks until it runs out.
Perfect. That is exactly what he said. Congratulations.
I didn't write it down. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Sorry, Garma.
You get caught up in the moment because Uteuven rushed outside.
Yeah, I know.
I've gotta stop this cheap tobacco.
You see Nimblehorn outside the door with his arms crossed, and he looks gutted. He looks scared and uncertain, and for a man as big as and as hardy as he looks quite fragile.
So he's not the killer. Sorry, I'm just.
You're right.
Suspicious.
Yes. Hey, look, be suspicious of everybody until that person is
Doesn't
no longer,
like fish.
Doesn't like fish. That's not trustworthy.
Lives in what seems like a fishing city. Honestly, a lot of fish here, a lot of fishing available in the city, and he's like, "Fuck the fish."
We don't pick where we're born.
I know.
So he's standing in the hallway outside the door, and he looks fragile. Like, he is a pane of glass at this point. If you were to walk up and shove him, he might fall over. It is obvious that he has been up all night. His eyes are heavy with tiredness. His skin has that sickly pale that comes from being up all night with worry. He doesn't even notice that the rush of the clerics, he's deep within his own mind, when you all ascend the steps.
I'm gonna go up to him, and still out of breath. I'm gonna pat his shoulder.
He jumps like he only just realized you were there. What?
In the darkest times, light shines brighter.
He looks you over. He's like, what?
We have a cure. We got a cure.
He grabs you
From
by
Humble Blue Tail.
He grabs you by both shoulders. He's like, where is it? The cleric.
I've already. Yeah.
One of the clerics reaches over and like raises up the two vials, and the other cleric like bows her head to him and goes inside, and he's like, what are those? Is that the cure? He's like looking back and forth between you, Tay, and you, Garma.
Yes, yeah, it is.
It's the light at the end of a dark tunnel.
He turns to look inside, and if you guys look inside with him, you can see that Marcus is there, and Marcus looks exhausted. He has been steadily channeling healing magics into this man for hours.
If he looks at me even at all, I'm gonna give him a wink.
He can't. He is
Fair.
his robes have soaked through. He has sweated through
Gotcha.
his robes. He is 100%, giving every ounce of his attention into keeping this man alive. He's standing by the bedside with his hand, with the staff in one hand, and his other hand open over this man, and all you like, it's a soft green glow that's just emanating from his hands and flowing into Horbert's body.
Is there? I know his magic is divine. Is there anything I can do to help him, or is this just a stand by and watch situation?
Let's take a look at your spell list.
Oh, spell-wise, I know there's nothing I can do.
Take magic, prestidigitation, mage hand, message, mage armor, and spinning stuff. Yeah, not unless you're gonna hit him.
Maybe we could just tell him he can stop.
I'm not gonna. Oh no, we shouldn't interrupt him just in case. He's trying to keep the man stable.
One of the clerics takes a small cup with some water and mixes 1 teaspoon of each into the cup. Ingestion is probably the key. It doesn't necessarily have to be with food. The 2 clerics then work to lift Horbert and help him to drink the concoction that has been given to him.
That's right. By Zelikos, drink it, man. Drink it.
Horbert, Nimblehorn still has your shoulders, and he is like just squeezing.
That's fine. I'm
you.
not paying attention. I'm looking over.
He is squeezing you and watching what's going on with his father. Like you are going to have like finger-shaped bruises in your shoulder by the time this is done.
These things happen. There's clerics around.
Right. There are clerics around. It takes a few moments for them to
reach up and pat boy's hand, like comfortingly, not like get off me.
Yeah. It takes a few moments for them to finish getting the glass of water, down his throat. And another minute or two before Horbert's eyes open. He takes a deep breath, looks around, and Marcos collapses. Oh.
I'm gonna rush over and try to help him up to it. Maybe not to his feet, but at least to a slouched position of comfort.
Marcus is unconscious.
That's fine. I'll just hold his head up from the floor.
Horbert's like, oh, what happened to the healer? What's going on?
He'll be all right, and so will you, it seems.
Nimblehorn rushes in and just like falls to his knees next to his father's bed and grabs his father up in a hug, a tender hug, but a tight one, and starts crying. Just crying into his father's shoulder. And Horbert's just like, oh, Nimblehorn, I'm all right. You don't need to cry. He's just sort of patting his son's, shaking shoulders. He's like, it's okay, lad. It's okay. And Nimblehorn just cannot speak. He is full on sobbing. The clerics come over. One of the clerics stays next to Horbert and Nimblehorn. The other one, veiled and covered, and robed, kneels beside Marcos. Garma, what are you doing through all of this? Standing awkwardly next to Regia.
I'm uncomfortable with emotions, so I'm just standing awkwardly.
Yeah, Regia's just kind of been there too. She's just like,
Oh right, Reza probably took a few minutes to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's all like, she leans
I
down
totally
next.
forgot.
Yeah, you guys just totally dipped on Regia. Like she was left in the shop with Himmel, and Himmel's like,
Are you going after them?
and she's like,
right.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
And she's just like
Clink, 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 clink,
Yeah.
clink, clink.
She leans down next to you, Garma, and just kind of like loudly whispers, what did I miss?
We saved a life, and now this is the awkward aftermath where I feel like we shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Okay. You
You
want
want to go outside?
Yeah, let's step outside.
Okay.
I'm a little more comfortable out there than in here.
I'm just gonna sit down with my legs crossed and keep Marcus propped up.
Yeah, the cleric that's come over to you has asked if you will help raise him up and take him to a nearby chair so that he can at least sit in the chair instead of lie on the floor.
Cool. I will do that. Continue.
Marcus's staff falls to the ground. He isn't even. He's completely limp. He has given everything over the course of the last 6 hours.
I'll just pick up his staff and lean it against the wall.
It is fucking heavy. Like when it lands on the floor, it lands with a clunk. And when you go to lift it, it is very heavy. It is not a wet. It does not. When he wields it, it does not look as heavy as it is.
Is it balanced or is it
Perfectly.
Seems like a lot of weight.
It's just
Okay.
very heavy. The point
It's
of
bad for his back.
the point of balance is directly in the center of the staff. And
That's here or there. I'm just gonna lean it against the wall.
I was just gonna say, you can also feel a faint hum of magic. It actually, like, physically causes your flesh to tingle.
I wonder how Kat feels about that.
Cat wants to do a pole dance on it. That's what Cat wants to do.
My staff is still leaning outside against the I guess the inside door or whatever. Hell.
My
But
love,
that doesn't
not to. I didn't mean to ignore your question there. His magic security was designed to kill the man. I don't know what you mean by why does he care. The truth still matters even to someone like Himmel.
He just ain't gonna be stolen from again by the motherfucker.
Yeah, he made it very clear at that time that he should not return. But if he makes that mistake, he's ready for that man to to suffer the consequences of his decision. So now you've got Marcus up in the... You have Marcus up in the chair. Horbert and Nimblehorn are sharing a moment. Regia and Garma, you guys are outside. Regia's just like looking around.
Sorry we left you back there.
It's fine. She kind of scratches the back of her head. Time was of the essence.
Wonder how long we should leave your aunt with Faniel.
However long is fine, I'm sure.
So, read any good books? Do you read? I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not really good at small talk. I could really use a drink right now.
I was just thinking I could really go for a drink at the moment. I mean, I read like some combat books, you know, like manuscripts about like fighting.
Learn anything good?
Yeah, kind of like how to use my hammer. Do you want to just go and get a drink now?
Yeah, they can catch up.
So I'm thinking Regia and Garm are headed back towards the lamb.
Yeah. We'll just walk slow in case, Tay catches up.
I'm gonna look at the veiled healer. Can you do something for him? You got any? Can you channel some divinity into my guy here?
She looks at Marcus, and then she looks back at you. She's like, I will do what I can. If you do not wish to stay, that is fine. If you have more business to attend to, I will attempt to reinvigorate the light guard.
Is he gonna be all right?
Yes. He is tired,
All right.
but he will live. He is not harmed, he's just exhausted.
Can you tell him to come find his squad at the Lamb whenever he wakes up?
Yes. I will make sure that that is the first thing that he is notified upon waking.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Horbert and the Fingle Dingles. Is now a bad time to approach and at least let them know we're stepping away?
You know where they live.
Right, cool. I'll take my leave then. Give Marcus a little pat on the shoulder on the way out. Where are y'all going?
I'm leaning back. Regia, can you answer that? Just your voice will carry further.
Regia turns and calls back. She's like, we're going for a drink.
Always with the fucking drinks. Always with the drinks. You know what? We saved a life. I've earned it. We've earned it. All right, I'm coming. Grab my shit and run to catch up.
Regia grins when you hurry over and then turns and says, well, at least this will be a little more comfortable than, you know, whatever was going on in there.
Right.
So back to the lamb again, yo.
On the way back. So what now, guys? We go beat the shit out of some Red Bills, or I mean, if we're just cleaning people up that deserve it, seems like they're next on the list.
We'll have to find out what Aunt Finn got from Thaniel, but that does seem like what might end up happening next.
I'm sure she got something out of him. He pissed himself.
Can I roll perception to see if I hear any screaming coming from anywhere in the distance?
Yeah, sure. Give me a roll.
Oh yeah, we're still at the street, but yeah. Let's get it.
Well, if there's any screaming to be heard.
There's a lot of
Oh,
screaming.
fuck.
There's a lot of screaming, but none of it sounds unhappy. It's all just revelers and, just people having a great time.
Oh shit, she's got him in the back room. All right, so we get into the lamb.
Yeah, you're in the lamb, and you see Hawk behind the counter, and again, this place has been steady packed every time that you have been in here today. Hell, even the tables outside are full of people, and even then there are more people outside holding drinks, and Hawk is just literally steady pouring drinks for people. He does.
What do y'all want? Blackout stouts?
He does catch sight of you all when you come in, and you see him like give the upward tilt to the chin.
Give him the friendly nod. What do y'all want? Blackout stouts? Mead? What are we having? Let's go grab our seats.
Blackout works for me. I think we could probably inquire about an update about our friend while we're here too.
Resh like, yeah, blackout sounds good. I'd like to forget parts of today.
Can I get a mead, and could you go apologize to Finn for us cutting short our hour? If we did. That's just if we did.
It's been about an hour.
Alright, okay. Never mind then. Let Finn know we're here in that case.
Sure thing, guys. So 2 blackouts and a nail.
A mead, please.
Mead. Right. Sorry, I've been serving so many people today.
Busy day.
Yeah. Third day's always the busiest, but this is the busiest one we've had in years. Hawk turns and heads to the back to notify Finn and leaves y'all at the bar. Reja pulls off her gloves, sets them aside, kind of rolls her neck, and you hear a few cracks and pops from the bones in their neck.
I'm gonna take out my pipe. Commence that whole ordeal.
Garma, you don't see any of this. You see a dark room with a single bright stone lantern in it. A focused lantern, like a bullseye lantern. And it's pointed at Faniel Dordescu. He is naked, he is tied to a chair, and he has been brutalized. There isn't an inch of him that you can see that isn't bruised or bloodied. He is crying, shaking, and you can even see some of his teeth on the floor around him. A hand enters the light and grabs his shoulder. A hand with cigar-burned knuckles. You done fucked up, Dordescu. And now you know the price of fucking up in my city. The hand reaches up and grabs his bloodied hair and yanks his head back. You see a cigar light, the burning end of a cigar through the darkness outside of the cone of light that he's sitting in. And you're never gonna have the chance to make this mistake again. I'm gonna bury you, Dordescu. I'm gonna bury you so deep under the prison that people will forget that you ever existed. You see the cigar move out of the mouth, held by the other hand, put in front of his face, and then shoved into his mouth, burning end first. The hand clamps over his mouth as he jerks and shakes and tries to spit it out, but can't. And then there's a knock at the door. And then you are sitting next to Reja and Uteuven.
I'm just gonna chuckle to myself and wait for my beer to show up.
Reja looks over. Something funny?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, and we're going to end it there because I know that I said we were going to do 3:30. So when we come back next week, we'll have whatever was the result of Finn's guessing game with Faniel.
We're working for Crime Lord Finn now,
I
everybody.
was probably, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
What time is it? Oh, it's middle o'clock. Time for everybody to get off the fucking stream, I guess.
Look, her name is Fightin' Finn.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, just teeth on the floor and whatnot.
Hey, there are clerics around.
Look, he's shit in that chair. That's all I'm saying.
Very probably did.
Piss. Tears. Fuck.
Like,
Well,
I know, I don't know what she just saw, but out of character, I'm like, I don't approve of this, but I'm not against it.
Right. I can't say I'm okay with this, but I'm not going to say that I'm not okay with this.
Passive consent. Passive consent. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to make my escape. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I'll be in the chat tomorrow to confirm next week.
Absolutely.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, be good, be safe.
Good
It's fun
night.
playing.
Enjoy your dinner.
I'm going to Rad Pizza. It's going to be amazing.
Ooh.
Alright, see you guys later.
See ya. And thank you, Inhumane. I appreciate you being here, boyo.
Yeah, but Uteuven's not getting any pizza.
Well, he could probably ask Hawk for a pizza.
I mean, as long as there's no fucking Dortiscue teeth in it, I guess. What's this? Oh, that's an onion. Calcified
It's a
onion.
crunchy onion. A really crunchy onion. Crunchy like a stale Skittle.
Hawk, y'all got mushroom pizzas?
What kind of mushroom pizzas are we talking about here?
Preferably the kind the goblins grow, you know what I'm saying?
I do. Oh, this is good. All right, well, I think you guys did great today.
It was a lot of fun. We're on the right path. Thanks for keeping us there, since I'm just suspicious of everybody.
It's okay. Well, it's like I was telling you when we were talking about doing all this before. If I feel like you guys are running off on the wrong path, I'll let you know. I might let you go down it a little bit to see just a little bit of what's going on down that path. But if it is going to be fruitless, I will save you the time.
Yeah, a little exploratory investigation, no big deal. Just a little.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is no
Learn
harm
more
in
about
it.
the city in the process anyway. That's always nice.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, I want to say also thank you to everyone who came by and hung out. I appreciate you all very much, and we're actually going to do something a little fun this time. We are going to raid my friend CHO, who is doing a charity stream today. So we are going to be taking care of, we're going to do some of that. And we'll probably head over there, like, right now. So, let me get this raid thing started. Doo-doo-doo. Let's hit that. Alright, the raid has been started. I appreciate, again, everybody who came out and just hung out and chat, whether you were lurking or gaming with us. it has been a pleasure, and I hope that you have had a lot of fun, because I certainly did. All that being said...
We nearly killed a guy today.
Right! Nearly killed a guy today, and justice was done. So, you know. Tomorrow, we'll pick back up with more regular streaming stuff. I think tomorrow, we're gonna play Sucker for Love. So,
Sucker for love.
yeah, so we're gonna see how much trouble we can get into trying to get smooches from an eldritch horror. It's pretty typical for a Monday, I feel. Well, let's go and say hi to CHO.